Hello, Fredak here. Fred ACC, all one word. Alrighty, it is October the 4th. It is Saturday. It's about 6 p.m. East Coast time. This posting is titled Save Yourself. Now, I've been posting for about a year on here, and I'll keep this somewhat brief. Please subscribe. Watch the Fredak postings. I'm not on here to get wealthy. I'm getting wealthy from my XRP. I posted about 11 months ago about generational wealth. So one of my first postings, someone that I knew said, you should go on YouTube and put a posting out there about some of these things you talk about. So that's what I'm doing. There's been a lot of different postings, and I don't delete any of them. And I've professed many times, knowledge is power. There's a lot of stuff to pick up on here from Fredak. Why? I don't know anything more than anybody else. The only thing I do know is that I've been around the block a few times, chasing around after money. Money. Money is not everything. There's happiness, there's your financial future, there's your family, your beliefs, all good. Knowledge is power. And I'll give a very brief summary of what I do on here. These are just the ideas swirling around in my head. And first up, I want to thank you all for being here. Anybody new to the postings that like the channel, whatever you call this, I predate the beeper. It's not my specialty. And I think I have 72 cents slushing around after some 200 postings, videos on here or whatever. I take my cell phone, I come over here by the pool, and I toss it up here, and I hit the buttons, and I upload it. And there's a handful of people that are hopefully changing their financial future by following Fredak. So today we're titled Save Yourself. There are so many things happening out there, and I've spoken in my past recent postings about boom and bust. And that's been continuous all throughout history, boom and bust. There are so many different things going on right now, and I explained back in November, the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, I was at the local mall. It was a disaster. Nobody was there. There was more people working there than there were shopping. People are hurting. And I've gone through and explained from the financial markets, from my days as a stockbroker, in the boiler room, the chop. One of my most prescient things that may come out of YouTube, it might be the greatest posting ever. I'm starting to hear some chatter about this. Is the United States financial crisis, monetizing something to bail out all the paper money that's been printed out of thin air. It can't go on forever. You got to get prepared to save yourself. Save yourself. Okay, so there are so many different things going on. Layoffs, people don't have the money, the boom and bust in the real estate world. People became speculators. Not everybody's a speculator, only about half the population, if that, on the globe. And I've explained about the cryptocurrency world, the XRP, which I think is going to majorly change certain people. Those who hold it are going to be a part of the chosen few. If you watch my recent postings, I got one going up right now, maybe 5-10 minutes ago, about XRP. I use a lot of analogies to transpose ideas from my head into your head. Any questions you have, piece them down below. I'll try to answer them. I'm not selling any t-shirts, any gimmicks, any courses, or any baseball hats, or G.I. Joes with the Kung Fu grip. No, none of all that. I just share the ideas that are in my head, and I'm hoping one day when XRP runs like mad and we all become wealthy, some will come and bump into Fredak wherever I'm able to post on here that I'm going to, whatever, and we're going to drink that Louis the 4th or 14th cognac at $400 a bottle or whatever. I'm not even a drinker, but whatever. It's all good. Let's go into the Save Yourself. Alrighty, so we've got AI coming. There's a lot of changeover going on. Let's give it a quick example here. Knowledge is power. The more knowledge you have, the more power you have. And I try to keep it short and sweet, and I try to bring ideas out to you guys you don't hear from all the other talking heads, and I've listened to many of them. The postings, the lines that they put out here, whether it's on the crypto world or real estate, the end of the world, or XRP to 5,000 or 1 million, blah, 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 blah. Well, don't get worn down, because when you listen to all these talking heads and they're all mostly just trying to grab attention and have a lot of viewership, I'm not about the viewership. Heck, I'm happy if you come on here, you leave a comment down below, it's great. If you don't, that's great too. It's all good. I'm not trying to be rude to anybody. You guys are great. The comments from people are great. My enjoyment will come when XRP passes $12, $16 and starts to run like mad, and people say, Fredak, I wavered a couple of times, but I stayed with the plan, and now I'm in a new tax bracket. Or, wow, I have generational wealth. I have so much money now at $300 per token, per coin, or $3,000 or $30,000 for each one. Wow, this is fantastic. I have money for my grandkids, their grandkids, the greatest grandkids, blah, 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 blah. But let's get back to save yourself. Some of the stuff that's going on out there. Okay, Fredak, unfortunately, once in a while scribbles out some notes. The brain's not as young as it used to be. Okay, there's a lot of job loss going on. There's layoffs, there's this, there's that. Saw something about AI, artificial intelligence, how it is going to speed up in the next 5 years. Probably will. Maybe it won't. We're running around over there. Whatever. So, what is one of the positions that are huge in the employment world? Driving. Truck drivers travel from New York to California, or from some part of this country to another city in that country to deliver things. Uber drivers, taxi drivers, these drivers, that drivers. Well, more than likely with AI advancing somewhat quickly, people jump on board quickly. And those are many of the reasons why I think the XRP, which I strongly recommend you take a peek at, XRP wiped out, the one I posted 5 minutes ago. At any rate, back to the save yourself. So with AI, if this is one of the most prevalent jobs out there, and they could be replaced, and supposedly many of the job functions that people perform today are going to be replaced. Well, where does that leave everybody else? Where does that leave you and me? Where does it leave the Fredaks of the world, the 9-to-5ers? The time to prepare is now. Now. So what are you doing now to prepare yourself for then? It may not happen, but it may happen. Well, let's think about it realistically. If I own a certain trucking company, let's say it's the Fredak Trucking Company, and I deliver things all around the United States, from this port to that port. We take the containers, we ship it off from Charleston, South Carolina, North Carolina, wherever it is. I don't know. My geography ain't the greatest. And it's going to New York or going to California, and I don't need a driver for it. That's going to lower the costs of it. And there'll be competition from this, of course. And the big money, the big institutions will gravitate to these things, as they always do. And like the low water mark on the floor of your kitchen, if you took a cup of water and you filled it up and you poured it out on your floor gently, if there's a puddle somewhere, that's probably the lowest level on your floor where the puddle forms. The same way that water will find the lowest gravity space on that floor, that's the same way that the big money institutions will begin to dominate the whole interactive driving world. Sure, my gut feeling is that these things are going to be what causes the next boom, the next wave up. But right now we're heading downward into a bust period. And there are many reasons for this, that what I believe, in my opinion. It's only in my opinion, doesn't mean you got to do your homework. Always check everything out. Check out Fredak. Still, when I look at all these different things that are transpiring right now today, shutdowns with the government, And there's a lot of inefficiency out there, a lot of trimming of the fat that needs to go on. And AI, artificial intelligence, is probably going to expedite all of this, more than likely. If you really think about it, if you walk into a Marriott hotel or you fill in the blank, you walk up, there's going to be some kind of automated system there. Maybe it's even a robot. You're going to say, I'm interested in getting a room. And you're going to say, oh, would you like the presidential suite or an average room? An average room. They're going to take care of the whole transaction for you. So you will not need those human persons to perform these functions. So being prepared for these things is critical. In my opinion, you almost can't afford to not take a stand on something. Got to take a stand on something. My personal belief is that it's going to be XRP. Still, with all that being said, mass layoffs, interest rate increases, people starting to lose money on their houses, foreclosures are on the rise, things are changing quickly. So this one is titled, Save Yourself. We're going to post it right now. Take a look at our other postings. Take a look at the generational wealth from last October. Take a look at the one on Black Friday. Take a look at the posting that I put on the Stupid Bowl, just for spits and giggles. It's spoken about how the Eagles were probably mathematically the proper thing to do. Take a look at the postings that I did in January on the United States financial crisis. It's all there. Subscribe, get involved, start watching Fred Act. You might actually learn something, might save your financial hide. May all your days be winning ones.